Okay, if you're into adventure, underwater treasure hunting, beach prospecting or gold prospecting, this is the channel for you. So click subscribe right now and don't miss a thing. Alright, now let's get just straight into it.
Yeah, man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe.
Madness. Alright, we got 2 or 3 hour drive. Way to a little secret spot. That's what we need one of them excavators to take with us. Look at them all. Miles of rice paddies. I'm just looking at the road cutouts and seeing if I can see any quartz veins in the cutouts or any pyrite mineralised stuff, but there's just nothing, it's all clay shit. Anyway, we'll see what happens further we go. Right, we're just about to come into a national park. There's big gates down here. It's built by what? Australian?
Australian consultant.
No, Australia's got something to do with it. Oh, here we go, look. And that monkey. There's crocs up here. There's pelicans. There's monkeys. Alright, we're in the national park. I don't know about detecting in the national park, but anyway, we're going to do it. This is the savanna grasslands. It's all swamp. It just goes for miles as far as you can see. You see this tree, this funny thing, it looks like a palm, but look at the tops on it, it's like a pine tree top on it. Apparently they're prehistoric trees and ancient trees, only found in this area. They're really weird. See if I can find another one. You see this big white house over here in the distance, that's a wallet house for the birds, for the bird nest soup. They just build special houses for them. You see all the holes in the side? That's where the birds come in and out and lay their nests in there, and it's worth like a couple of $1,000 a kilo or something, the bird nest. So if you got a wallet house, you're friggin' rich. I'm just digging around and found these little bits, species with a lot of pyrite in it. Some of this bigger stuff's just full of mica by the look of it, so it might be promising. Apparently all that on this road is just spillover from up the mountain there, that the trucks, there used to be a gold mine in here. So that spillover, we're going to find the source of where that come from. There's a lot of it around. And there's quartz in here too. So alright, we're going to find where this quartz come from and where the pyrite come from. There's a lot of quartz around with pyrite specks through it, which is promising. Alright, we're going to go and have a look at this river. Alright, it's taking us through here to have a look at apparently a little river. Oh, but this isn't a river, this is just a spillover from a culvert. This guy's trying to sell land, he thinks I'm buying it. And this is just swamp. There's nothing in here I can mine or even pan. It's just mud and spillover from that road culvert. So anyway. So this is just swamp. And there's nothing here, there's nothing. There's a lot of quartz on this road, but all this dirt's come from up the mountain to make the road. There's a lot of pyrite rock and quartz in the road, so we just got to find where all the dirt come from. So, and he's just trying to sell land. He thinks I'm going to buy it maybe, so he's showing me this swamp he wants to sell, telling me there's heaps of gold in it. Yeah, he owns a mining company, but he thinks maybe we're going to buy some land. He's trying to show us this swampy shit land down the bottom here where there's nothing guaranteed. So he's going to take us to show us where they're mining up the road here. It's his actual mine. It looks like he's just trying to unload some shitty land down the bottom here. There'd be nothing down here. Anyway, we'll go up and have a look. We'll have a look at the active mine and see what's going on, but down here there's no use even detecting it. It's just tall grass with swamp. And I can guarantee there's 50 feet of mud underneath it. Alright, this is an active mine in here. He's just going to show us that the police turned up. I don't know why, but they did. He said for security, but they're probably hunting money. Anyway, this is supposed to be an active mine, and this guy in the hat owns it. And I'll see what they're digging for. Looks like a long way down the bedrock, unless they're washing it out. Oh yes. Now that's the pay dirt. Pay dirt.
Ore.
Under the clay, yeah.
Gold ore.
Yeah.
Gold ore.
Okay, you can see he's dug through about, well, he's dug through about 10 metres of clay to get down to that nice looking pay dirt there. And he's going to grab a sample for us. I said that's full gold bearing ore there. You see over the back he's just dug out heaps of other old pits. So they're following a seam here. And this is his sluice up top up here, and they're pumping water up to the sluice up here by the look of it. It's supposed to be his water supply over here. Wow, he's just got an old wooden sluice box. And it looks pretty steep. A bit more than 9 degrees, and it's twisted all over the place. I bet he's losing heaps. Alright. Wow, look at that, he's just got bits of bamboo in there and miner's moss. We could upgrade that 1000%. But it'd catch it. And just sluice some more, that is in here? Yeah. Just miner's moss, eh?
Pagi mulai sampai sore kan, habis itu cuci ini, sampai numbur sini, dapur emas kan, ya ini namanya aspuk ini. Ini karpet, cuci.
Just put layers of miner's moss down and nailed it down with bits of bamboo or bits of wood. Hold it down. Geez, one big sheet of miner's moss and some expanded mesh on top would be the go. You could upgrade your system and catch a lot more gold. It's good looking pay dirt, but what they're digging out there, wouldn't mind getting some and panning it. And this is his nugget trap, this stuff here. It catches the bigger stuff. If you upgraded this and made a proper sluice box, you'd catch a lot more gold. But anyway, it seems to work. And these are his riffles. Anyway, we're going to head over to this active mine. He's got the sluice running and have a look. But geez, that nice looking pay dirt down there, that light brown stuff, he says it's full of gold, there's plenty in it. And their bodgy sluice up there that's catching it, he'd be losing heaps. So I'd like to get the detector down in that tailings pond, so I can guarantee there's heaps in there that he's missed. Heaps. Anyway, we'll go and look at this other mine. Police is hassling them on the bikes. Anyway, we're going to go and suss out this other joint. Huh? Okay, this line's active. Looks like the police is hanging around as security, and I'd say the mining company's paying him for security. Looks like they've all stopped him for lunch. And you see is their tailings coming out, all their water. So the pump's running, the sluice is running. We'll go up and get some look-see at it. Alright, he's got 2 sluices running here, a couple over here. They're just washing it down and sucking the slurry through. Alright, so you see them just hosing down all the slurry there, and they're just sucking it up through a 4-inch PVC water pipe, and it's pumping out through these little sluices which are way too steep. There's a lot of water coming through there, and they'd be washing half of it out for sure. But anyway, they're still finding it. So that's Indo mining for you. Alright, we just turned the pumps off. Give me a look. I can't see any visible nuggets or anything because the water flows too much. You're losing most of it. They've even got fish net tied in here, look, trying to catch the nuggets. Okay, and look at the bottom of his sluice, there's big holes in the timber. He'd be losing half of his gold out here. Okay, what he's doing is just recirculating every afternoon. They get the digger in and dig all these tailings out and put it back through again.
30%?
Right. No, he's putting a detector through it. This would all be fine gold that you're paying, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is one of them material, you can catch it.
Yeah.
Someone buy of 630 per gram, and then they sell it again.
Yeah, right.
That's why my other brother tried to get me.
Right,
500 from the mine.
Yeah, but gold from the ground's only about 18 carat most of the time. You got to refine it to get pure, you know. But anyway, you're saying he gets up to 3 ounces a day out of these 2 boxes, which is pretty good. And he'd be losing half of it out there in the tailings. And he's got a few sluices running and about 3 pits. So I'd say he'd be a pretty wealthy man. But anyway. All the miners having a lunch break over here. They're only using a little 200 digger. Do son. If they got a big 500 in or something, they'd be getting a lot. So he's getting about 100 grams a day.
80 to 100.
80 to 100 a day. Cost him 3 grams to the landowner a day, which is good. And then mercury refining it after they clean the sluice boxes out. They're mixing it up with a bunch of mercury and cleaning it out that way. Burn it off the mercury when they smelt it. Okay, so they're getting 80 to 100 grams a day out of them 3 sluices. And what happens is they pay 3 grams to the landowner. 3 grams is nothing. And then the workers get 50% of what's left, and then the boss dude in the yellow with the cowboy hat, he gets the other 50%. So they're making about 1.8 million a day each, the workers, he said. That's about $200 Australian a day, which is bloody. Here's 19 ounces, 19 grams, what they're getting out of the sluices. They've just heated it up and just clumped together and stuck together to get the mercury out. They burn it. It's not refined properly yet. Nice. Alright, we're on the way home. We've got about a 3 or 4 hour drive. And yeah, that's it. You know the drill. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. And we hope to see you around somewhere.